Hey guys, Happy New Year. I'm sorry if you were waiting for me to go live there. It's just I could not find the video, but here we are. I'm super excited to see what's going to unfold this year. As I posted on our community board, the numerology for 2023 is a 7, and that is the vibration of magic. And I think it's just so cool too that in the Chinese zodiac, which actually starts officially in February, this is the year of the rabbit. So let's go ahead and find out what magic is going to unfold. We have a word coming up for every month. We've got our fast moving energy showing the magic. My daughter just fell. Are you okay? Okay. Hey, Deb, what's up? I'm glad you're joining me live. I was just mentioning we've got the fast moving energy coming in, but really this is showing kind of like Harry Potter, the magic that's unfolding each month. We've got the crystals that are going to actually show us what magic is going to be created. And then each month has a theme. So let's go ahead and get into it. For the month of February, we've got the word reflection coming in. So, this is a great time to do some reflection, as it always is, getting into a brand new year. And it's not a surprise that we have the angel prayers coming in to assist us. So, we're going to get into that in just a moment. But first of all, let's see what is the energy we're working with. I shuffled 7 times, and what wants to come forward is the deer. So there's a structure, but it's like wisdom that we've collected. A new structure is coming together. It's like this full energy. Okay. So, like right away, I'm thinking of Bambi, right? But there's more. There's a coming together of the feminine and the masculine energy. There's this, it's just an auspicious time. I can feel it. It's going to be such a magical year. But January is all about reflection. We do know that Mercury is in retrograde until like the 18th or 19th. So definitely think about that. But the animal coming up, look at that. We were saying the number 4, which always means structure to me, and we're adding the 0. So it's structure brought in by spirit. And I love this that the angel prayers are coming forward. So this is the energy that is center point for this month. What is this all talking about? Well, first of all, to see the dolphin jumping out, the silver is really kind of telling me that there's really still some fast moving energy as there's a creation of a new structure. And we're coming up from the emotions this month to reflect, to come up and catch our breath in a lot of ways. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling there. And this is because of the coming together of the otters. Whenever I see the otters, it totally reminds me of this pair that I used to see. And so that's what I'm talking about. They mate for life. And, it just makes so much sense. It's like we're looking out for the other half. The divine feminine and the divine masculine are coming together. And we've been getting that all for 2023. So, what is the actual magic? What's the actual magic coming in? Okay, so we've got this is actually like the theme of the month, okay, which really is fitting because we're talking about reflection, coming up, getting in an ebb and a flow of the new structure, right? Oh my gosh, I love this. I'm having a hard time holding cards today, obviously. But what I love is look at this. We just popped the champagne. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Oh, the crystals are going to be bringing in the magic. What's the magic going to be like in the month of January? Oh my gosh, this is very synchronistic, okay? The reason I'm saying this is because this actually came up in our this came up actually last week with the drums, okay? So Papa Goit, I wasn't really 100% sure what it is, but I have actually already attuned to it. So if you're just finding yourself here, yeah, give me a like on the way in, subscribe, share. I want to read something that I underlined here because this is going to be really great for the month of um, this is all about our crown chakra, which makes sense, okay? But basically, we have this time of reflection to stimulate deep ancient memory. This is an awakening of the pineal gland, okay, which is reflected as a blue crystal. And really, what it's all about is becoming a cosmic antenna, being able to pick up on the energies of the divine. And so the angels have prayers for us. Isn't this coming together in such a beautiful way? And I don't know why I keep hearing, Papa, don't preach. I'm in trouble deep. Papa, don't preach. A little bit of Madonna there. Okay. So on the bottom, the angels want to let us to know to live for our joy, to live for our joy, to allow this growth that we're having, this increase, this change that we're going through, just really get the zest and to live through it. Okay. This is the first card I'm going to choose is the energy that's coming at us, okay? So the energy that's coming, speaking of the Madonna, look at this. The Divine Mother. Thank you, Divine Mother, for helping me to find and receive the love I deserve. And we were just talking about this month, the coming together of the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and here we have the Divine Mother folding her hands in prayer for us, showing us that this has been a coming together for a long time. And I'm feeling it's electric. Okay. I'm seeing this neon behind, and there's a lot of flow, is what I'm getting here. And doesn't that go with the dolphin getting in the flow? Picking up on our sixth sense, right? Because the dolphin are known to communicate in ways they're actually very smart animals, and they have this way of communication that can be picked up through sonar. All right, so I just feel like, and then look at, we've got the crown being activated here. So this is the energy coming to us. All right, and this is the intentions we can go ahead and put into play for January. And it's all about trusting the vibration. It's all about going within, staying heart centered in the month of January, or really allowing that flow. We're totally picking up on all these blues and whites. So we've got the pineal gland. In a lot of ways, we're still kind of blinded, but it's all about releasing the flow and getting into the flow. And where's the access point for that? By staying in the heart. Okay. So thank you, angels. I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance. And so that would make sense as the pineal gland starts to open this month, and with the crown activation, that we're strengthening our connection to the divine. So, and the last one I want to talk about, look at this. How beautiful. Getting in collaboration, the coming together, remember, of the masculine and the feminine. Look at this. Trustworthy friends. Really involving yourself in the moon cycle, okay? Following the patterns of growth that are around you. Don't worry about what's shifting in the background. It's all about staying centered. It's all about that collaboration that you're doing. So this year is definitely the year of magic. But how good would a magic be if you couldn't share it with anybody? And so that's really what's coming in this month for January. The word is reflection. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I know I certainly did. Let's go ahead and move on to February at 9/11. Look at that. We started the video at, well, it was supposed to be started at 9/11. Sorry that it was late. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move on to our next month. Let me just get these back where they're meant to be. All right. So February. The word we have for February is redefining. Redefining. Okay. So let's go ahead. I cut right away, redefining what we're building. Okay. Look at how the beaver has the fish in his grasp. It's like we've got this idea and we're building it. And in the month of February, we're looking to redefine what it looks like. Okay. We're going back after this month of reflection in January. We're moving into February, and like I said, with redefining, we're taking a step back and we're looking at the projects at hand. Okay, look at that. Number 10, we've got this new beginning, okay? So there must be a cycle closing in February and then another new beginning. And we're coming out of that water. So that's the difference here. The turtle always has his home with him, and he can go in the water, but he also can come up on land. So in January, we're like ebbing and flowing in those emotions. But it looks like in February, it's time to really come out and dry ourselves off and really get in tune with the ancestors. And the reason I'm saying that is because the turtle is known to be so old. And we've got the Wildwood Tarot coming forward. We've got our ancestors coming forward to work with us, to help us to get into what? Into the current. Wow. All right. So we're redefining. Let's see what is the magic for the month? Well, there's the number 7, hematite. We're aligning with the new earth. We're aligning collectively with the new earth. The trails have already been blazed, right? I was sharing that in energetic ways, we're already trailblazing into higher dimensions. All right? Look at this. Number 20, we're talking about finding the center. Look at this. We're getting close to the center, the number 20. We're talking about our mission. So this is the magic here. In January, we're reflecting. We're in those emotions. We're finding the ebb and the flow. We're getting our stride. February, we're coming out. We're redefining some things that we're learning, working with our ancestors. We're getting to the center. We're getting to the center of our mission, right? We're getting to the center of our mission, and we're working with our ancestors. So right away on the bottom, we've got the Knight of Arrows. And arrows talks about your potential. It talks about, when you shoot an arrow, that is the most resistance you have. Like when you pull back and you're ready to shoot. So I love this. We're taking some time to redefine. We're perched. There's still some shape shifting. There's still some things that are not clear. Okay. But we're working and looking at things from another view. And it's the hawk. Lots of messages also coming in the month of February. So that makes sense as we're redefining, right? Look at this. Oh my goodness. The stag. Why am I like, oh my goodness? I want to show you something. It's on the cover of the Wildwood Tarot. And what does this mean? Well, the stag beats the drum and invites you into the quest. So in February, we're redefining, we're getting some knowledge lost that we didn't previously have. Wow. And I say knowledge with the antlers coming down. Look at freezing the action a little bit and highlighting what we're receiving on that feminine side, right? This is so magical. Following the beat of the drum. I love it. It's really fitting in with the message of redefining. So let's go ahead and see the energy that's going to be coming towards us in the month. And this is for us all collectively, right? This is what's available for us. I'm already getting February is going to be a big month. We've got the archetypes coming out here, which we have major arcana. We've got the green woman here, the one who's in tune. And look at this. It's like she's creating her brew, redefining in a way what I'm seeing right now is like she's like taking a taste and seeing, do I need to add any further ingredients? What do you guys think? How does this taste? So it's like there's this brewing action going on. And she's working, like, look what's in her hands. My goodness. In the right hand, she's got like, I mean, almost like like what I'm seeing the ancestors and the animals, okay? So she's working with the animal wisdom. Okay, let's put this in reflection on how she's staying in balance and how is she doing this? She's working with the animal wisdom that's going to come in. This is the month of February. And, it's going to be the start of the year of the rabbit. So the magic is literally kicking off. Wow. What are the intentions we can set? I just want to I just want to see. It's like pinpointing that solar plexus. So a little message I'm getting here is the courage to even make your brew. Okay, the courage to make your brew, to put things together and to see what happens, burning it with your passion. So the intentions moving forward are all about the journey. Don't worry about the crows. Don't worry about the actions that try to strip you down. This is about a complete rebirth. This is a new start. We were getting that. This is a new start. And it's all about the journey. And I just feel this quest is going to begin for so many in the month of February, especially around that full moon. So we'll have to keep a watch as we'll keep referring this to the year. But the full moon in February is bringing in this rebirth. And many of you have been going through the rebirthing process. And so I feel like this redefinition of February is really getting things into a closure space because, as you will see, in March, we're getting ready to emerge. So on the bottom, the last little tip, the Knight of Stones, and we see this horse, and he's being a little stubborn. He's kicking his heel, he's kicking and going back and forth. And this really makes sense to me in the month of February. Maybe some unexpected changes are going to come up. Maybe something, is going to come out of the blue. And instead of seeing this as something that's not for you, okay, the Knight of Stones is coming in to let you know this might be a fixed obstacle, but if you really plug into the vibration of the horse doesn't have to be stubborn because the vibration you can choose is the freedom, like the Mustang. And so, what I'm feeling here is redefine how you are looking at things, redefine your perception in the month of February, leaving your mind open to miracles, leaving your mind open to the fact that you're so close. You've just got to continue to mix your ingredients. There's a rebirth happening, and when a rebirth happens, man, something auspicious is about to happen. I mean, I can feel it. It's like this surge. Okay. So in February, we're redefining what's going on with a relationship, with with a project. I feel like this for many of you is a type of healing. This has something to do, and I'm saying this because mostly I pull people in to my page that are spiritual teachers, healers, oracle, things of the such. So this is telling me that this is a really coming together on a rebirth of an idea, really putting you on track to where you're meant to be this year. Because this year, things are just clicking. All right. In March, the word we have is emerge. And look at this, 1911. What? 1911. Now, we were just sharing, we started February with a 10, and we just had 10 minutes in between. Exactly. So, Spirit is coming in big time in the spring to do what? To assist us to assist us and to emerge into this rebirth. Look at, from chaos comes comes so much potential. And this is what's happening in the month of March, the unmanifest, which means all the, like, think about Think about when a star bursts in the sky and it's like that energy scatters. And when that energy scatters, it comes together and creates form. And that's what I feel for March. What's our word? Emerge. So let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and see. Ooh, got the goosebumps. All right. Look at number 33 is what we cut to. Number 33 is always reminding me of the ascended master energy. So that means that there's this new, in March, there's this new initiation. We've got the weasel, a little surprise. Think of, I heard, pop goes the weasel. So there's a little surprise that we're not expecting. But let's see how that actually what that does for us. Okay, so here we go. This is on bottom, and this is talking about coming into that collective energy, but it's time to nourish. So as we emerge, when the butterfly actually emerges, it's not even ready to go yet. Okay, it's just like awakening. And so I love that it's showing to nourish your spirit. Okay, let's see what the actual animal is. It's the antelope. So there's the 37, the 10, okay? So we're getting the 10 again, and it's showing us right here, find balance in the magic. Find balance in the magic. We started with the deer, okay, which was talking about knowledge, but the antelope, my friends, is talking about wisdom. Unlike the deer, they don't lose their horns. This is knowledge that you brought in with you. This is ancient knowledge, most likely, as we redefine working with our ancestors in February. They're going to help you really use the energy to put things together, okay? And look at, I just can't help. I'm seeing like this helmet, okay? Like a shield. So it's really showing me that we're being shielded from some energy here, okay? Which would make us understand the balance, okay? The balancing and the magic. So let's get a little bit more into this, okay? We've got the 32 and on bottom. So we're nourishing the soul. We've got that on our crown here. I see that gold. It's like we've dug for the gold. We're coming up and we're ready to share that wisdom. So let's see the magic. Yeah. Cut to the petrified wood. Now, whenever you add petrified wood, you know what petrified wood is? Look at when lightning strikes the wood. When lightning strikes the wood, you get petrified wood. And what that means is it accentuates the magic. Okay? So let's see. I'm just loving the synchronicities here. I think it's truly really beautiful. All right, let's find out the energy. We went to the carnelian. And didn't we have the weasel 33? Pop goes the weasel. And then look at, if you look on these little corners here, it almost looks like a little blowout. Okay, so I'm letting you know that this is partly here. I'm seeing it here too. Part of the structure. It's like these are the steps, and then there's something that's going to kind of blow out. But just like when a tire blows out, do we go ahead and put all the tires out? Or do we just take care of the one tire? And sometimes we find out why it blew. Sometimes it's not as bad as we think. And this is what's coming up here. Okay, so I'm anxious to see what's the magic. We've got the carnelian. And look at again. Again, we've got the papagoite. Papa, don't preach. I'm in trouble deep. So if we're thinking about the angel prayers and if we're making the connection to January when the angels told us about reflection, like Papa, don't preach. I'm in trouble deep. It's like when things blow out, maybe it's meant to be. Maybe something is falling together rather than falling apart. I'm feeling like this is really related to prayer. I'm feeling like if you want to get one into the magic, you want to be one with the magic, okay? And to create the abundance. The abundance is This really reminds me of a snowflake here. We were talking about how Elsa throws her gloves off. So if you want to be one in the magic, it's like you can't just because of a blowout, you can't lose faith. Okay. You really got to hold the vibration. And sometimes we need to, not sometimes, many times, we need to surrender that to spirit. Okay. And so what I'm feeling here in March as we emerge, it's really talking about a surrender. It's really talking about the creation, the creative spirit, okay? The spark of the creative spirit. And that's the magic coming in here. And let's see why. Okay, let's see what the cards are going to show us for why. This is really awesome so far. Okay, so we've got, there's that blowout, right? Okay. It's like this is the leftover. The star explodes. Something explodes, but then the energy gets all mixed. And what is it doing for us? Okay? On bottom, we have it's allowing us to see the details. This card with the mouse, okay? It's like, do you see how the mouse is kind of elevated here? He's elevated and he's got his ears perked up because in this particular deck, the mouse represents something really beautiful. What I mean by that is, first of all, they're one of the cleanest animals. So in the month of March, because we're emerging, because we're surrendering, because there's a lot of like a new beginning there again, because this is where we're getting lots of beginnings. Okay. In a way, it's like the mouse could freak out, but he doesn't. He is one of the most highly predatored animals on the planet. Okay. But he doesn't allow that to worry him. Does he pay attention? Yes. Does he pray? Probably. Okay. Does he scurry? Yes. But he's focused and he knows where he's got to go. And she relies on its whiskers to help it feel its way, its ears to pay attention to the senses around. And even the tail is talking to me here because it's like, what can we leave behind? What can we leave behind as we're emerging? So, as we're emerging in March, I'm having this like we're emerging, but it's like we still have things stuck to us. Okay. We're not exactly ready to just fly and take off yet. So, what kind of energy is coming at us? Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. It's the ibis, okay? And I can't read backwards, but the sacred wisdom of the ibis is a sign of rebirth, okay? In the sacred temples of the Egyptian faith, the ibis, which is from Egypt, is known to change. It's like the phoenix energy. So the phoenix comes and burns away and then emerges the ibis with the sacred wisdom and starting anew. And I just think that that is so beautiful along with these other cards that we're getting here. So with all this like rebirth, I'm emerging, surrendering, praying in a lot of ways. It's like, what our intentions. Our intentions in the month of March is to keep our heart open, okay? To keep our heart open, to remember that things are still shifting. What I mean by that is we still kind of have that gunk on us, okay? Like I'm seeing what I'm getting is like a butterfly emerging from the cocoon, but in a lot of ways, it's still kind of stuck. You know what I'm trying to say? It hasn't completely, and even when it does emerge, a butterfly can't take off right away. Its wings have to dry. So it's like spread your wings, open your heart, allow things to shift, but also, as I'm seeing here with this right eye, it's sticking out so much. No, the left eye, excuse me. I'm looking backwards. Hold on. It's the left eye. It's like paying attention and keeping watch and opening our perspective, because this is what the eagle can do. He goes as high to the sky and he widens his view. He can see all the way down. He can see from a larger perspective. So that's the tip. That's what we're getting here in the month of March. As we're emerging, we really want to keep our heart open. We really want to have faith in where we're going and know that every cycle has purpose. We can't just run, 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 run. We're going to run ourselves ragged. Okay, I just saw 30:30 on the clock, and that was telling me balance, balance, brought in by spirit. Okay, so it's like when spirit's doing that for you, right? It's like we really want to pay attention. We really want to see and look at, because right behind that is an inner union, a divine alliance. Wow. Okay. Whew. Okay, we're moving into the month of April. And in the month of April, we're offering some things back. I love this. We've got our wild offering cards that are coming in. And look at this. We're creating a lot of space in the month of April. We're actually not only emerged, we found our spark, we found our individuality, but we're ready to soar. Let's go ahead and find out which energy is going to be with us in the month of April. The raven, there's the magic. But it's like, do you see that? It was number 16. We're being one with integration. So we were emerging, and as we go into April, we're really able to see, look at that, another 7. We're really able to see that we can create our own structure. Sorry about that. Let me decline that. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. I want to get some more cards here before I read the spider, okay? Because, there's a lot of different vibrations. Yeah, look at, I just cut to the lapis lazuli, which is letting me know that there's a lot of energy. And this has to do with our vision, okay? This has to do with our vision. Look at this. We're getting clear. We're getting clear. So I love that because I wasn't so sure. And I wanted to go ahead and make sure, but it's like, do you see the spider? Okay, and it's like, well, these are not cobwebs falling apart. The spider clears the cobwebs and puts up a new one every day. It has a very strong creative spirit. So this is our ally in the month of April. And right on bottom, we're getting clear. We've aligned to this time. We're ready to go ahead and be really crystal clear on our desires and our wants. Because, look at this. Look at this. Aqua aura, because we're really in our flow. We're finding out the center. We've got all this energy really helping us to become a star, is what I'm seeing here. Okay, we've got the vibration of 6, which is affiliated not only with integration, but also there's like this peacock feather here. I'm like feeling it. Like these are like feathers, and I'm feeling this so much. And this is coming together with this fast moving energy in April to really help us to get to the center of what we're doing. Okay. Because in January, we're reflecting, February, we're redefining, March, we've emerged. So by April, we're ready to start creating. We're ready to start creating. So, how can we go ahead and take this energy? What can we do to get crystal clear? Well, first of all, in the month of April, we cut right to the bottom. I love how the colors are matching up here. And I'm feeling actually a lot of this aqua aura, and these colors, these turquoise colors are really talking about authenticity. They're talking about the well of dreams and the throat chakra. It says here, what do I no longer need? Help me, God, to release whatever people, places, or things drain my vital essence. Show me what will fill me with enthusiasm and joy. And this is what I was feeling. Show me how I can jump up and fly. So it's like we've just emerged in March, right? And it's like, oh my gosh, here we are, a brand new beginning, but we're not really sure how to flap those wings. So making some space is going to be really good in the month of April. And when we're making space, that means we're clearing what was so that we can allow to come in. So in the month of April, what's coming up right away is thinking about like purging, getting rid of things in your home that you no longer need. Start dropping off boxes of things to resales shops, maybe some clothes to different places, consignment shops. Okay. So making space is what I'm feeling there. And why are we making space? I was feeling this. Okay, so on bottom, there's this impatience. We're like ready to go. It's like, look at all these flowers. Everything's in bloom, and I want to be with my butterfly, and I want to go flutter and flicker and go see everything, right? But it says, my life is unfolding in divine timing. All delays are beneficial. I'm always at the right place at the right time. And I was getting this feeling of keeping yourself occupied. Okay, so I love that synchronicity. We'll have to see. Look at all the butterflies and the flowers coming together here. The difference between we made the space, right? We're unloading, and what we're doing is we're preparing. We're preparing for this new structure. We're accepting this change that we've had, okay? Because it's really a lot more than people think. This rebirth, we're coming out of the dirt and we're emerging this butterfly, but it's very different. Even in essence, we're the same person inside, but it's just like we need to accept stepping into this authenticity. Do you see? We keep getting these blues. Nothing is more exhausting than endlessly working on yourself. When you offer your whole, being fully to love, self acceptance arises spontaneously. May I rest in your oneness, dear divine. And it's like, accept who you are. You have the ability to make anything happen. You have the ability to create. You have the spark. The magic is within you. And so, really, if there's any delay in the month of April, it's just about accepting that right timing, accepting that this is what is meant for us. Even though you're ready to get lift off, it's like in a lot of ways, just because the atmosphere changes around you doesn't necessarily mean that that's your time. Okay. But there's this essence of, being of service while you're waiting. So I was getting like, clearing out your space, volunteering, okay? Volunteering, assisting others as they're blooming and making room for themselves. So what's the word? The word for April is nourish. I didn't share it. The word for April is nourish. And doesn't this make sense now? Because we emerge and now we've got to really strengthen ourselves, prepare all of our surroundings, prepare ourselves for this drastic change that's about to happen. Because I am feeling it. I am feeling, for those of you that find your way here and then look at, why are we feeling this, my friends? Well, in May, we've got the Ascended Masters. The Ascended Masters coming in with the challenge. What's on bottom? We're finding our strength. We're being at one with the shift. Okay. One with the shift. And what's our word in May? Our word is bloom. Our word is bloom. And then I wrote down new challenge. So this is the interesting thing. And this is why we're getting strength on bottom. The Ascended Masters are coming in with another initiation. Because why? You've already done an initiation. You've cleared one initiation. It's time for another. So already We're seeing, some initiations coming together in like January and February. Again, now we're heading into May, seeing another one. So this is just kind of giving us a structure, right? So let's see what the energy is going to be like. What's the magic? We've got the deer coming forward again. And there we go. New structure. Oh my gosh, this is so perfectly timed. How can you keep your ears open in the month of May? How can you, you know, pay attention with grace? I mean, there's this beauty about the deer, right? Specifically the doe. Um, it makes me think of Bambi, to be honest. It makes me think of Bambi, which is all about self discovery. All right, the hawk. Now look it. We got the hawk a little earlier and he was perched. This hawk has a different vibration, right? He's like really plugged in. He's got, I'm paying attention to what's hanging down here below. And I'm seeing the turquoise and I'm seeing the coral. This is really talking to me about an impulse. There's an impulse and it's like noticeable. It's being picked up. Okay. This is in collaboration. You know what I'm feeling here in May? I'm actually feeling that you have new guides coming in May, to be honest. We'll have to see if that's what actually comes to be. And then on bottom, we've got the crow. So look at this. We got the birds coming in big time. I believe we're going to have a change in our structure, which means we're going to have a change in our guides. We're going to start seeing and studying ourselves in a new light because of this switch. Okay, because of this switch. Look at this. 2, 2, 4. Master builder structure change. Hello. Hello. What? I'm loving how this comes together. Sometimes I just never know. Is this going to come together? And definitely it does. And there's another 7. Seraphinites, the angels. So I just feel the angels are coming in. The ascended masters are coming in. This May is a very special time. We'll have to see what's going on celestially in May. I can't wait to refer to these as the year progresses and to see what messages came forward, right? Look at this. We're ready to pop the champagne again. Number 10. There we go. We finished another cycle, pop the champagne, but guess what? New challenge. And that's what it's all about. It's never a sense of arrival. There's always somewhere that you're getting ready to go to. And that's what I'm feeling here. He's like he's ready to jump, he's ready to go. So let's go ahead and see the magic coming in. We're popping the champagne. Aquamarine. There's the shift. The shift is the alchemy that's done inside. And what I'm literally seeing, like I was literally seeing like all these mermaid fins, like in a synchronistic swim. So there's this really beautiful part about the emotions. What I'm feeling here is that you, my friends, have alchemized these triggers, okay? You really looked in the mirror. You really looked in the mirror and you're alchemizing these emotional triggers. And that's what's creating the shift. And that's allowing you to go through another portal, is what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing so clearly. Aquamarine is definitely for the emotional body. So it's like we're learning. We take this initiative. There's some sort of initiation in May, and it's really going to be a challenge. So watch for that. And it's like you pass with flying colors. And I feel like this is really related to your solar plexus, really coming into your own authenticity. So this is the energy we're bringing to be the emotional masters, to pop that champagne and celebrate the growth and the change of how we would normally react. It's like somebody gave you fairy dust and that structure just shifts and changes like a kaleidoscope right in front of you. 22, the master builder number. Are you feeling all this? And when we put this together, I don't know why I read this. Oh, It's coming out. It's meant to be. I'm meant to put these together. I'm like, there's a healing. I can feel it. It's like 22 and 5 is a 27. And it's like this brings you in the collaboration with the magic, and it really influences that structure. And then look at 222. Come on. Let's find out what the Ascended Masters want to show you in the month of May. May is going to be a month, okay? May is going to be a month. Now, this card gets mixed up a lot. People are like, what does greed mean? What this card is talking about is there's a vibration and a frequency related to your skill set. So you're emerging in May and you've alchemized and you've found a way to ride the emotions. Look at, we've got the number 4. You're one in balance, which is creating this new structure, and you have this fire within you. And it's about making sure that this fire is aligned, okay? Aligned with what? Aligned with your authenticity, aligned with your heart, and not based on fear. And this is just a reminder because I'm seeing that this is being shielded in the month of May. It's about really letting go and allowing that potential. It doesn't matter where this arrow lands. It is going to burn. It's going to create something for you. Okay? It's like, let me take a look here. There's this fierceness I'm feeling here. Okay, there's this fierceness, and this is what I'm talking about. In the month of May, it's like you're ready to go, but just make sure that your intentions are not based on what you can get, rather based on how it provides service to others. Do you see how there could be a vibration, a frequency, a nuance created by doing it for me, doing it for others? Because when you do it for others, it boomerangs and reflects back to you. And that's what this is talking about. Really paying attention to what you're putting out there, and who you're putting it out there for. Okay? Because if you're just putting it out for you, can you see how potentially this could get the mind involved and the ego involved? And there's nothing wrong with the ego. I'm not about ego death, but I am about, if it's just for you, how can that become something bigger? How can that turn into the rage? That spark might go out. However, if it's for everyone, if it's for humanity, if it's for people, you can see when you're touching this to people, how you can have all these separate little fires that come together in an inferno in the background. Wow, that's what I'm feeling there. So let's see the energy, bring it in. It's time for the gift. There's that 27. Okay, come on. Look at the magic right in front of us. Are you seeing this, my friends? Dang. Yeah, you are manifesting the gift. You have found how to use both your feminine and masculine energy together. You found your alignment. You found the gift in the challenge. And that, my friends, is going to be leading you to setting intentions of what? Oh my goodness. Okay. In the month of May is going to be a firecracker. I can feel it. There's this huge challenge. You get the gift, and then look at, we've got the numbers 26 here. So we get this gift, and it makes us pull back into ourself, pull back into being centered, pulling back into our authenticity, right? And it's like, this is what's coming up. Using our imagination, and we're pulling. This is what I'm feeling. Do you see this energy? He's pulling it to him. All right. And that's the gift here. This alignment that happens and being able to emotionally master. Okay. And along with this little bit of fairy dust, I might add, is allowing you to pull like a magnet all that you desire, all that you desire. But this is the thing, it's a frequency that excites you. And that's why we have the gift here. It's not so much about the action, like the physical action, like when I do this, I'll get that. It's all about pulling it to you. It's like a magnet. And this is what being a true emotional master is all about. It's not about what you're putting out there, it's about what you're pulling back. Do you see that? Wow. Thank you, Ascended Masters. Beautiful message in May. Oh my gosh. So May, and what was the word for May? Oh, it was bloom. Okay. So that was the word for May. Now let's go ahead and shuffle the cards, the crystals, for what's coming in June. The word for June is discover. So right away, there's a lot of energy coming into your structure. Look at that. A lot of healing coming in from that gift of the challenge in May. This is truly developing into a very beautiful story, isn't it? I'm loving it. So we've got in the month of June a discovery, okay? Because we've overcome the one challenge. And then right away, we're being thrown into another because we're just constantly evolving, right? So there's that spider energy again. I already shuffled and I was like, I didn't show. So we're kind of starting again. All right. And then we're going to cut. So we've got that spider energy, and then we've got this collaboration with the one. So we're really coming in to perch, really coming in to pay attention. I'm getting the sense in the month of June, discovery, okay? I'm really feeling it's happening in the dream state though. I feel like there's this new manifestation at night, possibly an astral travel. I'm just feeling like nocturnal is really what's coming in here for me. But let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and see what animal comes in. This is what's confirming on bottom. So we'll come back to it. Pop goes the weasel. Showed his face a little earlier. And here we are in the month of June, discovering why we had that little pop of the weasel earlier in the spring. And now it's coming back front and center. Wow. And we're getting ready to deal with it. And the weasel, much like the owl, they work at night. That's why we see this mask on. Okay, you see there's a mask. And so this is being masked from you. What I'm feeling is let's get into it more because I really am feeling something. All right, I'm feeling something. There's that lapis lazuli. I mean, we cannot make this up. There's all this energy coming into your structure and into you. You're really magnetizing in the month of June. You're really centered. And this is the thing, you're centered. You're the star, right? You're the star. You've got the 33, which is a master number, right? Often referred to as the trickster energy. But you are continuing to pop that champagne. You have discovered Pop Goes the Weasel, challenge accepted, challenge affirmed. It's like you've discovered this beautiful thing about yourself. And it's like, oh, wait, when I do a challenge, a gift comes. Okay. And then you're learning that you're actually getting in the flow of manifestation. This is you're starting to see the cycles within yourself and how they match the cycles outside yourself. This is where this perspective is coming into perch and really getting a really great choose, a perspective shift, able to really look outside just yourself. This is that emotional mastery that we came to when you come into bloom in May. Okay. And this is going to allow you to not only pop the champagne, but look at just pull all kinds of energy towards you, whether these are clients for a business. I'm feeling this is really related to your mission. Okay. This feels really beautiful. So let's go ahead and see. Yeah. Well, of course, we've got the earth magic. So we're taking it from the spiritual zone as within, so without, as above, so below. What I mean is, we're grounding all the work that you have done into the material plane of earth. And it's taking root. Of course, whenever you see this, I'm always telling you this is a great time to ground your energy. So of course you're not going to wait until what month is this? You're not going to wait until June to ground your energy. But it's saying in June with all this energy coming towards you, you're really going to want to stay grounded, okay? You want to stay up in your head, you don't want to start overthinking. You really want to stay in balance. So, yeah, the shaman, right? The ancient healing wisdom is emerging in the month of June. Now, I'm feeling this is happening for many of you. Like, actually, you are the shaman. You've discovered your healing technique. You're magnetizing the people. You're really starting to grow this structure. Okay, you're starting to earn your feathers, right? You're starting to understand that point. Now, for others of you in the month of June, the shaman is talking more about a healing for you to keep yourself grounded, a healing for you to keep yourself out of that mind, out of the mind of limitations and in the heart of unlimited. Let's see. The meadow. There's this vulnerability. And you're like, oh, another mountain to climb. Why not just take the time to stroll through the flowers? Why not just take the time? What's time to smell the roses, right? Even though I don't see roses there. Okay. But here, this is a time in the month of June where is discover. We're discovering something about ourselves. And look at if that's these are the what kind of flowers are these? Yeah, they're like those black-eyed Susans, right? From the sunflower family, and also these delphinum. And this is really talking about your solar plexus and your crown. You're growing in this confidence. And not only that, you're stepping up, excuse me, you're stepping up and it's like there's not so much that can block you. You're really feeling open and you're able to kind of see what's around you. And what's even interesting is this mountain is off in the distance and it's like, that's just my next way to evolve. But for now, I'm in the meadow. Didn't we start out this reading this particular month with the deer? Okay, yeah, because we had a new challenge in May. Okay, so in May, we had the deer, and now it's time to go out in the meadow. You see? And Bambi loved the meadow. Bambi loved the meadow. And I'm not feeling it's a bad vibration, okay? But paying attention to some of the trickster energy. There's something that we're not seeing. And in the meadow, there's something we're not seeing, right? Bambi didn't see what his mama could see, is that there were hunters hiding. And this is not to spread any fear. This is just some awareness to really pay attention and to not be so stuck into the results that you're getting at that time, but rather the intentions, rather remembering that you're rebirthing yourself. And look at the magic. We've had butterflies popping up the whole time. We're in the year of the rabbit. We were talking about that rebirth. We were talking about the progression. And finally, by summer, it's starting to feel like what we wanted in the spring. Are you seeing what I'm going here? We're really starting to see everything bloom. Everything is blooming around us because we're emerged into our true authenticity here. Okay. And it's like we've got the fertility. We're going to really turn this into something. We've harnessed a lot of different parts of the structure of the growth, and we're still growing within. It's like this was part of the earth, raising out of the earth with those roots. This is truly really beautiful. This is really coming together to be a beautiful story. All right. So, July. July, the word is awareness. So we've made this discovery about ourselves. We've gone through that complete well, actually, if you look at it, two rebirths. Okay. So we're continuing to evolve, and there's a lot of energy back here, a lot of wisdom that's growing. And in the month of July, there's an awareness that comes together, and things start to pick up, the gears start to shift, right? And we're talking about major healing, major healing through this rebirth process. It's like we finally found that pearl, and we're starting to emerge. We're starting to emerge. Here's number 28. This is really kind of cool because back a few months, we were getting the Ascended Masters. Okay, so look at that. In May, we were getting Bloom and a new challenge. And we were getting the number 27 to pull back to 26. And then here we go in July. We're back to the 28th. So it's just showing that everything has purpose. So if I'm feeling the heat here a little bit in this month. I mean, granted, July is a warm month, but I'm feeling like what we're actually going through is um, a transmutation process. And things are being burned for you. I'm feeling like the violet flame. And again, look at this, another ending, and we're emerging. And look at it's just like all those things that were keeping us at bay, they're all like leaving us. Okay, look at all these spikes. It's like we've gone through all these twists and turns. So we're really aware. Look at that. We're aware of our journey. We're aware of our journey, and we're feeling with Chiron. Now, Chiron is like the wounded healer. So it's like we're really finding out all about how these woundings, how they help us to pay it forward. So let's see the magic in the month of August. Look at that. The whale. We're following our north. We're going back into the emotions. And why? Because we've found that we're an emotional master. And the whale can communicate across all the waters. And he or she is going to inspire others to find their way. You're making a splash. You're making a splash, and you have so much to share. Okay. And it's like it's gonna go far. Now look at this. Okay, so we got 41 and 13, and it's kind of like what I'm seeing here is with the coyote. Okay, so here we are, we're going down back into the emotions, right? We're going for the shift, a shift in structure once again, potentially. Now, what's interesting is we're aware. So there's this an awareness that this shift, even though I'm feeling like, okay, I'm seeing him blinded. All right. So everything has purpose. I'm seeing him from this perspective, blinded. Not physically, but like walking a path that he's not aware of. But see, this is the funny thing about the coyote. He's always in oneness with balance, meaning he's aware that sometimes he causes some folly for himself, but at the same point in time, he laughs it off and he just chuckles it off to experience. There's no there's no such thing as like a mistake. Okay. So this is what's coming in the month of, where are we? We're in the month of July. We have this awareness of our own disposition. Okay. We have this awareness that, hey, maybe we've made some, there's like this awareness that, like, Maybe I was a little too much in my head and kind of pushed things off a little bit. Okay, let's get some more information because this is all related to how we get this divine healing for ourselves. Okay, it's like the Chiron is the wounded healer, and the coyote is the mischievous one. This is the one in the Indian culture that's always getting into trouble. But at the same point in time, by burning his own tail, he learns by being in the moment, by being in the moment. Okay, so we've got the astro. Where did I put them? Oh, here they are. I was showing this is what we first pulled. Okay, but let's go ahead and see. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Before we go there, let's see the magic. What's the magic coming in for that month? Oh, look at this. Yeah, there's that shift. It's an initiation, 55. We're coming into our royalty. We've already popped that champagne. We're already having some success. And in July, we're seeing a shift of what this success can do. Okay. We're seeing a shift into what this can do. And in a lot of ways, I feel like we're starting to collaborate, maybe getting an assistant. Maybe if this is a business where we need to hire more help, zinc site. Okay. I'm feeling all this like royalty. Okay. That's what I'm feeling like. Like this is the crown. Okay. And the jewels of the crown. But this is like what I'm feeling here is like we've had this shift and we're at one with it. And why? And zinc is all about preventative. This is what I'm feeling here. It's like I'm instantly getting like the zinc oxide on the nose, how it prevents the burn. And so, in a lot of ways, those of you that found your way here, and especially in this month, then you're seeing potentially how we could create a little folly for ourselves. But it's like we laugh it off. We're able to shrug it off. We see that nothing can really come in between you. Okay. You're in the buzz. Look at this. I'm feeling these bees here. And this is just what I'm getting. It doesn't mean what it means. And it's like we're preventing ourselves from making potentially a fool of ourselves. And I don't mean it in a bad way. Okay. I'm not really sure how this is coming all together yet, but it's like the energy is preventative. Okay. So maybe we've hired some additional help. Maybe we found a way to strengthen our base because it's definitely this like royalty. Okay. So look at it's like we got all of our bases covered. What? And look at the difference between the two is the structure. So it's like we've got all of our bases covered and we're preventing any mishaps. This is a good thing. So there's going to be some insights coming in and look at it's the astrology. So specifically paying attention to the cosmos in the month of July, could there be an eclipse? I'm not really sure what's happening. I didn't look ahead, but the gears are shifting. So let's go ahead and see. Yeah, we're getting our place. We're really finding our place. This is about sitting in our queendom. And this is not just coming into your power, this is actually manifesting it. You're feeling really like you're able to communicate. It doesn't matter what's shifting below you. You found yourself above that. You found yourself in a place that's already written within. It's like this is your space. You're meant to take a seat there. Wow. And look at, are you kidding me? It's the number 13. Wow. So it's like as things are shifting and as you come up the stairs and as you keep your vibrations higher than the shifts like what they used to do before, it's like this is not even going to throw you off. This is going to really allow you to have all those bases covered. This is a really special month for you where you become very aware that not only are you immersed into something that's perfect for you, but you find it's really going to stay. It's really going to stay because it's your North Node. Wow. This is really cool. You found your true north. This is the energy that the cosmos, and you are manifesting it, my friends. You are manifesting it and cultivating it. You're a trailblazer, and you're aware of this in the month of July because things are really starting to bloom. Just like the ox, you've done the work, you've plowed the fields, you've planted the seeds, and they are blooming. They are blooming. So don't worry about any mishaps. Don't worry about feeling like you fell on your face. It's like the energy is coming together, it is written in the stars for you. The gears are turning. You found your true north. That's the magic in the month. Look at this. That's the magic in what? The seventh month. So we got the 7 and 7, and potentially the 7 and 7 around what's going to happen around July 7th. I'd like to understand what's happening in the cosmos around that date. So we're going to have to make sure we look that up. Wow, this is truly really cool. I love that. Okay, so things are really we're really coming into our own. And then look at in the month of August, there's a huge healing for us. We There's a huge healing for us. The look at this. I was just about to say the archangel fire, and then look at right on bottom. Now I shuffled all these 7 times before we started. 7 times, all of these decks that we're using. I shuffled them 7 times, and who do we get? But Archangel Raziel. I said the fire because it reminded me of Archangel Zadkiel, but it's actually Archangel Raziel. And what we have here is a healing. And look at, he is the master ancient teacher. He is the ancient teacher. So we have, it's like in the month of the magic of July, and then we've got Lionsgate, all this energy. And I'm feeling that there's going to be eclipses. There's like eclipse energy there as well. And all of this is going to bring you to a moment in August where the master teacher comes forward, potentially working with Archangel Raziel. I'm working with him right now, and he really helps you really discover your craft, really help find and give you all the details. Okay, so that is truly pretty exciting. I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Let's see what's the magic though. Who's the magic? How is it represented? You've got a brand new beginning. You've got a, and I know we keep saying that, but this is different. This is different. Okay, let's go ahead and cut. There's that shift, the bear. Okay, but this bear is really centered and focused. There's a vibration of the bear, and the bear is seen as one of the most powerful and most spiritual animals, though, in the animal kingdom. They're very aligned to their young. Look at the crow. There is so much magic. Sorry, it's head upside down. There's so much magic at hand. In the month of August, definitely keep following the steps. It's like there's so much power coming right after another. 5, 6. And then, of course, we've got the Lion's Gate, okay? So it's like, look at, something's coming in. I'm feeling this like irritation, but remember, we're always being challenged. So there's some triggers coming in. It's like choose your vibration. It's not winner. You're not meant to be crabby, okay? And it's like just be the power spiritual animal that you are. And it's all about that vibration that you decide to hold, Okay, so I'm feeling the crow here. It's like we're seeing things in a new light. The crow is really obsessed with its reflection, but also in a lot of ways, it's looking back. Okay, it's looking back and getting the integration. So it's looking back to this state of this vibration of the bear here. All right, which is out of its cage, which is roaming, just roaming. He's able to manifest and catch he or she. When I say he, it's not really referring to masculine or female. But here the crow. The crow is taking a time. It's like you're really finding out. Not only are you feeling centered, but you're really finding out. And of course, here it is. The master builder is right below it. You've built something, you've built that structure for you and your family. And it's like, look at another trigger. There's this integration period. Stop looking back at what was. You've had this complete rebirth. It's almost like in the month of August, the archangels are coming in to work with you. Okay. And we just showed you that Archangel Raziel's here. It's like you've changed your structure. There's a whole new thing going on. You've aligned yourself. Okay, I've already cut it. You've aligned yourself. You found the purpose of being heart centered, and this is emerging around you a whole new structure. Okay, like I'm literally seeing in the background, there's like this building, and we've got these different party supplies on it. Okay, so the archangels want to share something with you. But let's see what the magic is first. Yeah. The angel aura? Come on. That's right. The angels are coming in. You know what? And there we go. To cleanse your aura, to really, the layers of your aura all go back. There are 7 layers of the aura, and they all collaborate with your communication system. This is what I teach in my Rainbow Bridge class. It really is very impactful. And it's like when you get that aura, when you've got all the colors of the rainbow coming together, you're really able to step into your power. Look at that initiation, the carnelian. It's like you've gotten to the center, you've seen the fire. This is all about the fire. We've got the Lion's Gate portal. August is really, really hot, but we've got this infinite potential. We've got, look at, it's like the number 33, okay, but it's like if we reversed it, and what I'm seeing here is taking the first 3 and turning it, and you would get the infinite number. Wow. The angels are coming in. And carnelian, my friends, I'm wearing it right here. Carnelian is the stone of sorcerers. It is the stone of ancient wisdom. And when it's fueled by fire, it actually influences the healing power of other crystals. And so I'm just feeling like this is so related. You really start to find out, what's our word in August? Healing. We really come into this big divine healing. And so the angels want to tell you, there he is. I knew it. I knew it. I said it earlier and I had the wrong one, but I knew he was going to pop out. The violet flame. So we're burning away. We're releasing deep, deep, deep within you. You're working with Archangel Raziel, and you're releasing deep within you from past lives. You're able to transmute this energy. You're a powerful transmuter for others as well. You're really stepping into your own. Okay. 26, 29. Yeah. So look at all these 3s. The difference between the 2 of these is a 3. Okay. So it's like we're burning away. We're building this structure. Do you see the shapes? Okay. We're building the structure. We followed our path. We have found our way. We are ascending. We are figuring it all out. We're able to go in between worlds when we're not looking backwards. When we're not looking backwards. And the angels are celebrating us, okay? And they're cleansing our aura. So the things that we used to attract are no longer being attracted because we're doing these deep cleansing and releases. And I'm sure that Lionsgate portal is definitely helping with that energy. So I wouldn't even be surprised if you started working with archangel energy um, more. Particularly, these guides could be coming together for you, okay, as you step into this deeper healing process. All right, very cool. Now, in September, we've got the archangels working with you again. So in September, August and September, we're working with the archangels. And what's really interesting is I have learned that you work with the archangels directly, you're meant to be a spiritual teacher. Okay, so we've got this structure emerging, potentially aware that you're meant to pay it forward and teach others. Yeah, look at through your own healing and collaboration, you're literally touching the lives of others around you. We've got the Badger bringing your life into balance, Archangels Mary and Sandalphon. So it's like the healing from the from the month before, the Lionsgate portal, all this change. Okay, look at this portal behind. It's like this is allowing that last little bit of healing and this coming together of different energies on the planet. Okay, so it's like you're already doing this work, and this is like another layer. So it's like for many of you, like you'll become a healer this year, but then it's like you discover this deeper layer, you develop your own process, and then you teach others how to do it. It feels very related to that. Now, the Badgers is nocturnal. Okay. So let's just go ahead and see. So something might come in overnight for you, actually. Let's go ahead and cut and see what we actually have. It's definitely going to keep you heart centered. It's definitely going to have your feminine energy moving along. Okay. What I mean by that is the feminine, the female elephant is the one that leads the pack. Okay. And so it's like you've really found your stride, your authenticity. I'm definitely feeling this blue green energy, the well of dreams. You've got a flow happening in your creativity. It's just like, look at all these sparks around you. You're really able to not only spark within yourself, you're growing those tusks, you're really stepping into your own, but you're also able to influence those around you and help them get into the flow. This is the beautiful part about a structure based on healing is you open yourself to true abundance. And true abundance is not so much about you, but it becomes about what it is for others. So yeah, at bottom, there's this alignment between you and others, an alignment within you, and you literally become this milk for others. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but you are able to nourish others because of this alignment, because of this structure that's coming in. Look at your rainbow bridge. You're really communicating with source. You definitely feel like you're on your own. Give with unconditional love and grace. And it becomes less about you and more about others. And that's what I'm feeling here. It's like the cow, is so sacred. The cow, the buffalo, they're sacred. They literally are the difference between a family making it and not making it. And with I'm seeing here with the energy that we're getting in the month of September, we've already are feeling that this structure is going to nourish others. Okay, let's get into the magic here. Look at, we've got the chrysocolla. You're really following your calling. Your calling is what I'm hearing here. And you were following the calling from the crow from the month before. The crow from the month of August, that healing, calling out for what you want, and then rooting that energy in. Look at the magic here. 6, 7, 5, 6, 7 is what you had from March going into the 8 of August, right? Going into the 8th of August. So, what's the energy we're working with in August? It's up to you. You get to decide. That's how powerful it is. We'll have to see the animal wisdom coming in at that time. This is what this card is. There's only one of these cards in the whole deck. It's the wild card. And you get to decide. It's like right away I'm noticing the coral. Okay, I'm seeing the coral here, and the coral has to do with the nervous system. So this is going to be an impulse that you feel, and it's going to be healing for others. I definitely feel that. Look at what's up bottom. The whale. Okay? So look at do you see the similarities here? Oh my god. Do you see the similarities here? They are the same exact. Do you see they're the same exact? So there's this mirrored image going on here in the month of like what month are we in? September. We've got the word is structure and structure with oneness, the whale, which means you're able to go down into the depths and you're able to come back up and bring that song, that nourishment for others. Truly very beautiful. Truly, truly, truly. What's the magic that we're going to see that month? Well, we're going to see an alignment for you, an alignment with others. Like I'm seeing an alignment with others, potentially, what I'm seeing here is nourishing like everything here together. I'm seeing you pour into some others. I'm seeing like if this is actually a business, I'm feeling this it's like you're teaching others the same healing and you're really starting something for yourself here. Okay. That's what I'm feeling here. Vivianite. Vivianite, right away, take care of you is I don't know why, but right away I'm thinking of Vivian from Pretty Woman. And in Pretty Woman, she's always telling her, take care of you, nourishing others, right? It's like the main character in Pretty Woman. She gives almost all that money. She like totally lucked out, and finding Richard Gere, and it's like she feels that she's like met her prince. And here's her friend Vivian, somebody who could use the nourishment, and she actually pays it forward. That's definitely feeling very, very, very relevant. So the magic in the month of September, there's that 55 again, the alignment. So we just saw the number 11. The 55 is the alignment. Now let's count real quick. We've got our treasure chest, our root chakra, our sacral chakra. We've got our solar plexus, and we've got an elevation happening to that heart chakra. We've got that heart elevation. Do you see that? The higher heart. We're really stepping into that crown. We're understanding what it means to be the queen, what it means to nourish others, to rule with authority, to really express the ruby in our aura. And so there's the ruby in your aura is a natural deflector. Okay. So when you have ruby along with black tourmaline, they create a shield in the aura. And it's like you really have found that as you've got the alignment and stepped into that crown. This is truly, really, really beautiful story emerging for all of those that find your way here. Now, of course, there's many ways to interpret this, okay? But going into November, we've got the word divine, all right? So in August, there's a healing. In September, there's a change to the structure. There's an alignment to the structure change, okay? And it could be, I'm feeling like it's a build up. Like we've gone from a single story to a double story. And then we've got the divine coming in, okay? So we've pre shuffled, and it says, face your adversities. And doesn't this make sense that now we have another challenge coming in? Another challenge coming in to really test and make sure that this structure is based on what? Is based on love, is based on your heart, to ensure that you truly found the alchemy. And sometimes the divine does that. It goes through a series of checks and balances as I cut to the hawk, staying close, watching for yourself to make any subtle changes that are necessary, working with your team. There's like a diligence here. It's like there's this self study. You've really found a way to immerse yourself into this growth, is what I'm really feeling it. Okay, so let's see who we're going to be working with. The possum. So now it's like it's time to pay attention. Okay, yeah, face adversities. Look at the possum is here. The possum can kind of hold on, flip itself upside down, and be a hermit. But we're not doing that. We're coming up and we're paying attention. We're observing. We're in collaboration with balance here, and this is going to cause the shift. Something's coming in that month. It's going to cause some adversity. But of course, everything always happens for us. And look what's on bottom. The raven. The raven is able to go in between worlds. Okay? The raven is able to go between worlds. Between the two of them, it's a 39, which is giving us all about balance. Okay? All about balance. So I feel like in the month of October, you're going to be working with the divine. I'm definitely feeling like something's going to come up and really, I'm feeling like something's going to come up. It's going to be something, face your adversity. It's going to be something that comes up that you can easily and quickly alchemize. Okay. And this is going to allow you to see how this is all built in the stars. So it's all about observing and paying attention and listening to how listening, pulling on that feminine energy, paying attention, observing. Okay, I have an issue. Well, it's like, how can we go within and find the solution? How can we accept what is dying? How can we let go of one thing? And it's like it feels like everything, but it's this letting go that allows your heart to flow to that alchemy. This letting go propels you forward. Okay. But it's like, look at, if we don't let go, if we just keep holding on, it just keeps going on in this infinite cycle. And it's like, let's let go and jump ship and go here towards the alchemy, because this is what's going to give us this new structure, that heart awakening, accepting that this is again another rebirth. And I think that's what's going to be hard, because now here we are in October and this is our third rebirth. So it's like there's a lot of cycles of rediscovering yourself. Okay, so let's see what the divine wants to be. Bust out of your cocoon. It's like these rebirths in themselves have been like the coal, like you're the coal, and the rebirths are the pressure. And this is what creates the diamond. And this is what's formulating for you. And if you're a spiritual teacher and you're paying it forward, you know what? There's this level of responsibility of understanding all the elements that come together to provide a spiritual structure, to provide the responsibility it takes to be in a spiritual structure. To have that authenticity, because without this authenticity, without this challenge and these challenges and really finding out that you're the diamond in the rough, how can you show up? How can you show up with the immense responsibility that's involved here? Because that's what it is. And many people in previous lives, on previous timelines, they didn't accept what was going away. They just kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, and it led to the falls. It led to the falls. It's like, you want to prevent the fall, release the dead weight, release the dead weight, release the shadows, release the parts of that, by this time there's probably a lot of ownership. So it's all about detaching. It's about busting out of your cocoon. And to bust out of this cocoon in the month of October, you cannot be attached to this shadow. Because if you're attached to this, what are you going to develop? More shadow. And it's going to come in real fast. Instead, attach to the alchemy and let things be clear. Attach to your heart and allow the alchemy. Do you see? It's like whatever window, it's your choice. That's the thing. It's your choice. So pay attention to what's coming in. In the month of October, you want to call out and you want to pay attention so that you can find that balance. Now, the intentions moving forward. I love this. It's like you chose right, my dear. Love yourself. Choose that. Look at that. Choose the love because that's where you get the silver and the gold. You get the increase, the conduction of the alchemy. And then this drips all around you. Do you see the stark black? It's like here it is in bold, right? But it's not part of you. That's truly really beautiful. Love yourself in the unique parts of who you are, right? Beautiful message for the month of October. So I feel like there's this vibration where, and that's the month of Halloween. And it's like there's this trickster energy, but really staying focused with the divine. And I see that that's probably not going to be too hard for you. You know why? Because you'll be working with the archangels the 2 months prior. So going into November, the word that I was given was courage. The word I was giving was courage. And how fitting is this? Now we've seen all the Ascended Master challenges so far. We've seen 11, 22, 33, 55, and now we've got the 44. The wheel's turning in your favor, my friends. It's like, but the Nshinda, which is definitely all about the feminine energy, are you willing to be lifted? What I love about this and what I always see here is the Nshinda rolls in a ball, okay, when it gets afraid. It rolls in a ball. That's how that's where we're seeing the ball here, okay? But it's like if you don't allow the elements to move you, if you don't allow someone to come up and move you, and that's what they share here in this article, is imagine that you shift into the ball in the middle of the road and there's a car coming. If someone doesn't move you or if the wind doesn't shift you, it's like bada boom, bada bing, right? So the word for November is courage. How can you remain open? How can you not ball yourself up? How can you have that personal protection, but remain open, okay? So that you can really, I'm like feeling the wind here, okay? So let's see. Let's go ahead and see the magic that we're dealing with that month. All right. One with the magic, once again, the mountain lion. We're increasing our elevation. We're calling out for what we want. And it's like there's this like vibration of the lion here. And it's like its roar. It knows when to use it, okay? As it uses this roar to take care of its pride. Now we're in the mountain lion, okay? So there's this element of being in the mind. So we're gonna see how this is gonna relevate, okay? How it's gonna come forward. Here on bottom, yeah, we got that crow again. So is this potentially this roar really just triggers deep within inside again? We're gonna find out. There is the number 44 in this deck. What? Now, this is the difference. You have got the Ascended Masters coming up. These are the 4 direction cards, the Australian cards, and I often refer to these as the power, the solar plexus. We've got a coming together of the feminine and the masculine. Oftentimes, these are the signals. The feminine is the Nshinda, the masculine is the hummingbird. And it's like together, you can see they're a power couple, but separately, there's this vibration they can each take. One is based on fear or keeping itself open, and the other one is based on scarcity and does it believe that it has enough nourishment. This is really a beautiful coupling here. Um, and I love that the hummingbird just came out. I love hummingbirds. It's actually something really majestic between my husband and I. I'm looking behind me because I got him a hummingbird ornament because we had not one hummingbird, but two hummingbirds get stuck on our porch that we together were able to release. So it just really feels like a real special coming together here. I'm feeling this twin flame energy. Okay. I really truly am. And it's like, do you see that balance on the side of the feather? And it's like, even though you're very different, in a lot of ways, your energy is the same. Okay. And it's like, this is the energy I'm feeling here. It's like checking each other out. That's so interesting. But this is what the difference between the two is 20. So, this is what really helps you. This coming together really keeps you on track of your mission. Okay. Beautiful. This is about coming into our own power. Let's see the energy. Let's see the magic, the actual magic. There we go. So we had 24 with the crow, 26 now with the chrysocolla, which I know is like a shell. Okay. So that's the word. It's like a shell. So hearing. Okay. You could be hearing things in a new light. Let's give it a shuffle and see. The word is courage. And so I love that because, Uluru is the solar plexus of the world. And look at what we have on bottom, obsidian. Okay, so obsidian is going down into the depths of the Earth Star chakra. And what better way to go down into the depths than from Munda in Australia, which is one of the continents that's really down under, right? So we're going down, we're flipping through that treasure chest. We're alchemizing everything that needs to be alchemized. We're going through and really protecting. It's not really so much about the protection. It's all about this elevation of it's like this library, okay? We're filtering through, we're going through, and we're finding out in the center that we are protected. That's what I wanted to tell you. That not only are we covered, we're covered and we're covered and we're covered. It's like this is where having the courage to know what surrounds us. Okay, so let's see the energy here. Yeah, the sapphire. Okay, look at this. Okay, look at this. The 9 and the 9. So we're automatically seeing all these mirrored images in the month of November. And we need to have the courage to see what's in the mirror, the courage to see beyond the illusion, the courage to alchemize. And this is really coming up in that feminine. Sapphire is a lot of people think because of the blue, it's all about the throat chakra, but actually, it's about your sacral chakra. It's about your sacral chakra and how you can go in there and really alchemize your sacral waters, really becoming the queen, the divine feminine, not living in that darkness, in that wild, really coming in and sharing the throne with her fellow king, the divine masculine. And this is the energy that I am feeling here. Wow. Truly, really awesome. So let's see what we're going to get from our ancestors. Daydreaming, number 21. But really, it's all about the chameleon. How can we really shine in the sun, that masculine? How can we, the divine feminines, Change our color according to the masculine. How can we work in collaboration? How can we collaborate with the one and find the balance between? Beautiful. So this is really talking about our divine feminine, really working with the elements around her, okay? So that she can transform. Wow. So that she can have that transformation, stepping into that turquoise, that healing, finding the flow of the well of dreams is what I'm feeling here. Mind, body, and soul, and that coming together of that three that we were just talking about. So that's the energy. Okay. And it's like what I'm feeling here is this has a lot to do with the things that we tell ourselves. I'm really feeling this like nervous network here. And I'm seeing all these golds. The intentions that we can pull are for that deep healing, right? And then let's look. Again, another cycle complete as we emerge and allow that healing. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? We go into the emotions to heal. We go in there and we come out and we're ready to be on fire. And we complete the cycle. We have the healing. We've got the number 16, the number 3, and this is what closes out that cycle. So this is the two that are coming together with our intentions and the energy coming together. Both of them, the working of the elements, the fire and the water, really working together, really finding that emotional mastery in that sapphire, illuminating, coming into those sacral waters and not allowing that vibration of the triggers, okay, to rule us. Instead, emerging as the queen. Be right there, babe. Emerging as the queen. This is truly, truly so beautiful. Now, if we took all the numbers here, I just, for some reason, in the month of, because November is about an alignment. So we've got this alignment between this masculine and feminine energy, right? So beautiful because we had that in Shinda first. Wow. It's just really beautiful. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to add the numbers. We've got one more left. Whoa, this has been really fun. And this story that's emerging is really, really amazing. And the ancestors, it's like getting to mid-year, the gears start to shift and the divine just really spirit just floods in for those of you that find your way here. And that's what you're meant to know. And by December, we're talking about family. We're talking about family. And so it's like in a lot of ways you've undergone this huge transformation and it's happened in stages and it's like you have this arrival, but nope, you find you're still evolving. We were always constantly evolving, but this next year for many of you, it's going to be really powerful. And I can see this and I can read this and I can show this story because it's very similar to the story that I had over this past year. And so I'm feeling it with so much certainty that this is coming in. So we're going to get into the runes, but let's go ahead and see what is the energy. Now look at, there's that 8. It's like we found that mate, we found that synergy. I'm feeling this is between a person here. Alignment in November. Could be somebody that you're already with, but it's like now you're on the same page. Because as is happening where one is happening for all. So these transformations are not just happening to you, they're happening to your divine counterpart. They're happening to all that are around you. But there's this kismet as the otter comes back into focus. Just hold on. I can't read those. Okay. On the bottom. Okay, on the bottom, we've got the wolf. We've got the wolf, and he's howling at the moon. He's calling out to the moon, and he's letting he or she, I'm sorry, I keep saying he, but it's like this representation of calling out to let all who are familiar. This is all the wolf is all about the pack. I told you the word is family. The word is family for December. And this is calling out to the pack to let you know. The howl at the moon is to let the pack know where you are. Did you know that? Okay. And because look it's like you're taking center here. There's this synergy, there's this balance that's happening. And the moon, let's pay attention to that full moon in December. All right. And how this is going to affect your pack. Let's go ahead and see. That whale just keeps coming up. And look at once again, you guys, I cannot make up these numbers. Okay. Oh, I thought that was different. I thought it was 51. Forgive me. The whale. You're finding your true north. It's like, look at the moon. We howl up to the moon, let them know where we are, and we find our true north. And so we go back into the emotions as the master once again, and we go back into what we can spread throughout the waters, what we can spread to others. We're calling out to others how we can affect the rest of the family, right? It's like we got this 1 and a 5, and then we have the 4 and the 1. So we have the 6 and the 5. 6, 5. It's like a countdown to the end of the year. And it's like we're pulling things together. So let's see what the runes have to say after we look at the magic. I'm sorry, I'm like bouncing around here. Look at the magic. There's that ruby aura again. Okay, so as we go back into the emotions with that ruby crown, with our aura cleanse, it's like there's not so much that can hide in the waters now. There's not many surprises left, right? There's that 8. There's the silver, the conduction. It's like we've almost done all of our healing. Look at all in 1 year. The Lemurian crystal. Now it's like we can call to something within us. This is that sacral. Okay, Lemuria is the sacral for me. The Lemuria is the water. Okay, and this is where I'm getting those of you that found yourself here. I'm just feeling the teacher. Okay, I really am. I'm feeling the teacher, which is why we've got the here are bison. We have bison runes, and I read Nordic. Okay, so what does this mean with the bison? Way, did you remember the card? Which one was it? In February, the bison was going through a rebirth. And now it's part of the oracle. It's part of what we pay forward. It's this authenticity as we teach others through our words. I feel it with so much certainty. Let's see. The pink opal. Okay, the pink opal is actually a shield to the heart chakra. So if we put these energies together, 61, we've got the 41. And this is so funny because this is what I thought I saw the other one. The numbers are giving us that 20. We've got our heart is in the right place. We've had the higher heart alchemy. We've gone through this heart awakening. We've gone down into that sacred waters. We've uncovered everything there that's trying to trigger us. We come up and we're ready and prepared to share our experience, to share our voyage, to share our journey with others. Okay? And look at our heart is protected. This is actually one of the attunements I do. And this actually is with Stargazer Lily. It creates a shield to your heart chakra, like literally. Okay. And the pink opal is able, just like how the heart contracts, opal is able to contract based on heat and based on cold. Okay. So it's like this heart muscle, which is able to go back and forth. And that's the shield that's able to work with it. Okay. And you're able to go down into these depths because you have increased conduction. And this is infinite. This is in the stars for you. This is where you're meant to be. This is part of your mission. And you're really just stepping into your own. And it's like you have all these changes next year, and you're really kind of unsure, but really by this time next year, as you start into 2024, you're just going to be feeling much more secure. So let's see what the runes have here. Oh, we just got a bonus one. I'm going to give it to you. Okay. So here we go. The first one is all about the R. It's the R here. You know what it stands for? It stands for the rider. So this is all about your journey. Okay. This is all about your journey. This is the energy coming in. How can we look back at the ride of the year prior? And it's like, how can we look at that and what can we see? You know, what obstacles have we overcome? So it's like, if you look at this as your path, it's like here, I know it's reversed to you. I'm putting it close to me. It's like, what mountain did you climb? And then you come back and you have options. Do you want to keep climbing the challenge? Do you want to keep it's and I want to actually put that clear here. In the month of December, you're being given a choice to continue that ride of discovery or to just find yourself on path there. Okay? So there's a choice coming up in that month. Oh my goodness. This is what popped out. You know what this is? The horse. This is what the rider rides on. Like this R, do you see this? Is meant to slip in here and to ride on the horse. This is just really beautiful that this just came out. So not only is it about the ride, but it's about the vehicle, the Merkaba, the Merkaba. Wow. This is about your vehicle of transport, being able to transport in between worlds. I'm really seeing it. And here's the intention, the Z. Okay. And look at this, literally seeing the transport between worlds, literally seeing you be able to go down into the depths and maneuver there and come back up and maneuver there. And what does the whale do, my friends? This is what's meant for you. This is what this whole year has been about. It's about that structure and coming into oneness and finding out the truth within yourself, the truth of the journey and the truth of the vehicle that you have rode through, which is working through the divine, and how this can help the structure of others. And it's like, what am I getting here? Like I'm literally getting, I don't know if you are, but I'm I'm laughing because I do this all the time. Triple Z, Zorro. It's like it's like this service, this servitude, this hero, okay? Because you're sharing how what you could do for others. And it's actually changing the community around you. All right. It's zipping and zapping and creating this energy bust. And that's why we have the opal here, because there's an expansion. This has truly been really beautiful. And this is the word for December is family. So this has been a really beautiful, gorgeous overlook for the year ahead. I'm going to timestamp January through December. I look forward to referring back to this throughout the year. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this provides as great guidance for all of us. This is definitely a beautiful story for sure, unfolding. But at the same point in time, anything can change. So if you don't like the direction you're going in, just work with your angels and guides and find a way to make that change. So this is just guidance to assist you along the way. Much love to you. Happy New Year. Enjoy the magic of 2023. Enjoy the magic of 2023, and may the synchronicities and magic guide you. Much love. Thank you.